טוב, שלום לכולם, ברוכים הבאים לערוץ יוטיוב שלי. היום אנחנו נעשה משהו קצת אחר. יש חברת היי-אנד, שהיוצר שלה אחד אחראי על המפעל, מפעל מאוד קטן של אוזניות, שהן נחשבות מאוד מאוד היי-אנד. אני יודע שזה לא הקהל שלרוב אני מדבר אליו, אבל לדעתי זה משהו שיהיה מגניב לראות ככה, לתסכן איתו, ואני מאמין גם שמי שאחראי, היבואן שזה, אשמח אם תבואו להתרשם מהאוזניות האלה, לשמוע, לקבל רפרנס. להרבה מאיתנו אין את הרפרנס הזה של אוזניות פשוטות, בלוטוס, מה שאנחנו שומעים ביום יום, או אפילו אוזניות חוטיות של כמה מאות או כמה אלפי שקלים. פה יש משהו שהוא ברמה אחרת לגמרי, וזה האחראי בעצם על המפעל, מי שמתכנן את האוזניות האלה, ואני אעשה ראיון קטן איתו, ואנחנו נדבר על האוזניות. So hello, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Alexander Radisavljevic, everybody calls me Alex, and I'm the maker of high-end ribbon headphones.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Serbia.
Okay, and you have two headphones in your line?
Yes, in our new brand, Raal 1995, we have two models in our lineup.
Okay, give me a little bit about your past. How did you become, what's your role in are you the designer of the headphones?
Yes, I'm the designer of the headphones. I started as a ribbon tweeter designer 30 years ago, hence the company name. And I was designing ribbon tweeters that turned out to be very successful in high-end world. And
so you sold them to speaker companies?
Yes, we supply speaker companies with those tweeters, and even today they are one of the most highly regarded tweeters. And 5 years ago, I moved into transferring that true ribbon technology into headphone world. Making the world's first true ribbon headphones, model SR1, and at that time we founded a brand, Raal Requisite, with a good friend of mine from California, Danny McKinney, and we were operating from California.
Okay, so you build the headphones in Serbia, and,
yes.
and your operation is in
yes.
the US and California.
Sales hub was in California.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain a little bit what about the headphones and what makes them different from other brands.
Well, if you have a different technology for a driver, everything around it has to become different.
Okay, so it's pretty unique. Like there's not many things like that in the world today.
Not at all. We are the only ones that do that for the past 5 years, and we've had pretty good impact on the headphone market. We were noticed from the very beginning, and we won many awards with our designs ever since. And you know, when you have a unique technology like ribbon driver, everything around it has to conform to the uniqueness of what that driver offers in compared to other technologies.
What are the benefits in your mind for this particular technology?
This particular technology, you know, all headphones are actually a minuscule speakers, right? And when a speaker gets small, its resonant frequency rises. You know, you cannot make like a tweeter that has 50 hertz of resonant frequency, you know, because of all the elasticity of the diaphragms and all that. With ribbons, you can break that rule. You can make a ribbon that is as small as to fit into headphones. But you can choose your own resonant frequency. That in turn allows me to create a high excursion of that driver and pump a lot of air if I want to. And that in turn allows me not to seal your ears to create bass. I can have your ears free in air and still offer you a good bass from headphones. I don't need to clamp your ears.
So let's explain a little bit. Most of the headphones we found on, I don't know, commercial markets are closed back. and they do it to...
No, it's not related to that. I'm talking about the seal between the driver and your ears, the ear pad that seals your ears. You know when you listen to headphones and then you break the seal, open it up, and the bass is gone, it's lost? That's what I'm talking about. The open back or closed back is for a completely different acoustical purpose, you know. It's a different acoustical tool. But what I can offer you with my technology is that I don't need to seal your ears with ear pads and have your ears hot and sweaty in order to produce bass. That's a huge compromise for me. Why would I torture your skin and all that, if it's just about bass? Let's create bass in more innovative way. You know?
Yeah, so I can test to that. I heard the headphones for about 30 minutes or so, and they are very light, very full bass, very full range spectrum at all, and they're not hot at all, very airy, everything
your
sounds
ears
good.
Are ventilated.
Yeah, and never felt any kind of fatigue from wearing them at all.
Yes, you have a problem with sealed ear chamber. It's called ear chamber, the chamber between the driver, your ear, and that ear pad that seals it. There is a certain problem because a lot of signal in modern music has high excursion bass, you know, and when that signal hits the diaphragm, it'll create a lot of pressure to your poor little eardrum that's 7 millimeters in size, you know, and you're attacking it with planar driver, for example, which is this big, you know, and can pump a lot of air. So with modern music, not acoustical and natural music, with modern music, with synth bass and everything.
So you really thought with the design about modern stuff, with I know synth bass and like that?
As well, because that sort of signal with sealed headphones creates a lot of fatigue of your eardrum. And your sensibility to sound deteriorates within the first half an hour, and then you can either take more or not at all, and you drop down headphones. Now, my technology allows you not to seal your ears, not to torture your little eardrum with high pressure, you know, high pressure, low frequency signal, almost DC pressure, you know, like compression, you know.
Yeah.
As Danny, my partner, used to say, it's like all headphones are basically have bass like 215s in a Honda CRX, you know. You know, in the back you put 215s in a very small car. That's the thing that is used. The same acoustical tool is used generally in headphones. So we are one of the very few manufacturers that break that tradition and let you listen to a music for hours and then without any fatigue or sweating of the ears.
So let's talk about the two models you have.
Yes.
What's the difference about them? And I would like also to know why did you go for open back? And you said to me earlier that you want to go closed back also later, maybe.
Maybe later, but there is no true need for that. Closed back headphones are for portable headphones, where you need to carry them in public transport and not bother other people with your own music and all, and also isolate you from the outside sounds. Basically, they're used for isolation, for recording studios, for DJs, and portable headphones.
Because you don't want the bleed in and out.
Exactly, you don't need the bleed. But ribbons, being specifically complicated to make and carry heavy magnetic armatures, it's unlikely they will become portable, you know, because heavy size and weight. So it's not on my priority list to create a closed back.
So about the two models you do have right now?
What we make is always open back headphones. So sound is radiated freely outside from this end and from this end to your ears. And there is a big leakage zone here that decompresses this chamber and lets the pressure bleed out. this is a larger model with 3 ribbons. I don't know if it's seen in the camera.
I will do a close-up later.
It's 3-ribbon model, and the smaller model is a 2-ribbon model. The difference is in the total surface area of the diaphragm, in this case ribbons, I have at my disposal as an acoustical designer, engineer. So I can offer you more authority of sound, like a big speakers would offer more authority compared to smaller speakers. But it's not about the sound quality, you know, there is nothing that I did better, so to speak, in a larger model compared to a smaller model. It's just a difference in surface area that's active and that engages the sound that gets created in that ear chamber. So that relates to the feeling of space.
You have any recommendation from one model to the other for different types of people? Is there anything like that?
They are tuned differently, you know. They are tuned differently. The smaller one is slightly leaner than the larger one. They were created to represent two distinct types of sound. For example, the way I like to explain it is, you have a small floor standing speaker, this tall, you know, up
so
to 50
maybe you will
liter.
recommend the bigger ones for music that has, I don't know, below 40 hertz or something like that.
Yes, that requires higher impact. It has greater crescendos and all that. And if you like to listen to some, you
more
know,
acoustical,
more moderate
like
stuff, you know, jazz quartets and more acoustical stuff, you can easily go with the smaller one. It will leave nothing to be desired. The only thing is that the larger one, because of bigger drivers, has greater capability of pulling out crescendos and large bass impacts.
Bigger dynamic range, basically?
Yes, upwards. Upwards, that's very important. It can create more SPL. But downwards, when you go into depth of detail and how low-level signal both of them can extract from music, they are the same. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard the track by Hans Zimmer, Mountains.
Right.
You know it? It's just like a huge crescendo there. It sounded amazing like there. Let's talk about the package. So explain how it comes, the headphones with the transformer.
Yes, because it's a unique technology, true ribbons have very low resistance. It's about 0.3 ohms, which is ridiculously low.
And most headphones are like
32.
Yeah, 1632, 600, I don't know.
Above 32 for sure. Yes, there is a technological issue of how to connect a load that is just 0.3 ohms to an amplifier that would require to see 32 ohms in order not to go in flames, you know, go up in flames. So this is a transformer interface for ribbon headphones that converts 0.3 ohms of headphones with their cable to 32 ohms.
Okay.
And now the amplifier can easily drive this transformer, which on the other side transforms this to higher current needed for 0.3 ohms to be driven correctly. So that comes in with the headphones. You don't need to think about anything to buy it separately or anything. Cables that belong to input side of the interface and output side toward the headphones also come inside the package. So it's basically a plug-and-play thing. And this transformer also serves as a headphone stand that you may or may not wish to use in that capacity. But yeah, everything is included there.
Okay, and you said something, I heard about recommendation for power, about something about 3 watts.
3 watts is what I recommend for power. You can easily use more than that, no problem at all.
So you had cheap amps, you said something about they basically don't go that high?
Chip amps have very strict control of the crystal temperature. So, and they are not usually cooled very well. They're in encapsulated chassis and all that, not cooled perfectly well. So when you actually require 2 or 3 watts from them, they start choking current and start to sound stringent and compressed and lose bass. I would not recommend chip amps for this kind of headphone. I would rather recommend you a small loudspeaker amplifier that has solved cooling issues or anything, or a very decent headphone amplifier any day. But 3 watts and more is totally fine, okay. But if you have more, just be careful with your volume, because you may bring headphones into some danger zone. Yeah. You would hear it, you know, you would hear it, then just turn down and everything is good.
You have anything else you want to talk about the headphones, about your company?
Oh, I can choke you to death if you like, but yeah.
That's for the future.
But, yeah, that's for the future. We will develop this technology. Here's my general view of things. All the headphone technologies so far, electrostatic, dynamic, and planar, have been developed for at least 20 years back, some 100 years back, like dynamics. They already peaked their margin of performance. There is nothing new to invent or improve with those technologies, because the technological limit of improvement was hit a long time ago. Yeah. So you will not get increased true quality of those headphones with those technologies. You will only get different flavors, you know. There's nothing else to do for a manufacturer.
The things that caught up right now, it's like DSP. That's all they do in the amps,
and
everything
then you
there.
can do everything.
Yeah.
But with ribbons, it's a different thing. They have great advantages in recreating original dynamics of and microdynamics of sound. Sound is incredibly lively, something that other technologies cannot repeat for various reasons. And they are still on the slope of development going up.
Yeah.
You know, so unfortunately, I'm the only one that develops it. So one man can take you only, you know, that.
You're the lead
far.
designer for the headphones?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
And but I already have more ideas and all that. I know where to go with developing this technology. I can easily say we are already ahead of existing technologies in sound quality, in certain areas of sound quality. Now, I can go either in a way to stay with this level and offer you different flavors, but that will be cheating.
Okay.
I will offer you true quality improvements for the future model of headphones. You know? So that's our development ramp that's still going up.
So what impressed me the most when I heard them is the huge sound stage. It's felt like I'm sitting between 2 stereo speakers.
Right.
Like that's a feeling you can't get. I never got with any closed back headphones or anything like earbuds. Not even comes close. But it really felt like I was sitting in my living room with my speakers, and that
was one of the goals, yes, to let you relax and don't feel like you have some weird contraptions on your head, you know. Just make you forget and try to live the experience of the sound like you're in a concert hall. You know, it's never going to be actually possible.
Yeah.
But you can.
There's also tactile feeling that you can get in headphones.
Yeah, but you can move into that direction. Yes.
אז יש לנו פה 2 זוגות שונים של אוזניות. הזוג אחד עולה $7,500, זה פול פקאג', בא עם הכבלים, בא עם כל הטרנספורמר והכל, והזוג השני הוא עולה $10,000, ושוב בא עם כל החבילה. ההגברה עליכם. אם אתם רוצים לשמוע ולהתעדכן לגבי האוזניות האלה או ציוד אחר, אתם מוזמנים, אני אשים לינקים מתחת לסרטון, בחור נחמד מאוד בשם אביעד, שמזמין אנשים לשמוע ולעשות השוואות, זה מאוד מאוד חשוב. כמו שאמרתי אולי בהתחלה, להרבה אנשים אין את הרפרנס הזה של מה זה ציוד טוב או אוזנייה טובה, ובגלל זה הם מפחדים אולי לעלות לשלב הבא, אבל זה באמת חוויה שאחרת שכדאי לנסות אותה גם אם אתם לא רוכשים בסוף. תעשו לייק, תרשמו לערוץ, אם אתם רוצים לשאול שאלות, מוזמנים מתחת לסרטון. הסרטון. עוד פעם, לינקים יהיו גם מתחת לסרטון.
I still have something to add, actually. I'm incredibly excited to be in Israel, especially now. And I can tell you all guys, Aviad is a fantastic host. If I didn't have any better things to do and work back home, I would stay for another fortnight over here, you know. But I'm incredibly excited to be here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.